Whoa, we're back live. How about that angle? The sky angle shot. Oh boy, oh boy. Hold on, I gotta click some buttons here really quick. Let's X out of that here on the live feed. Pull up this screen. We're gonna make sure we get the podcast rolling too. It is another weird version of the Caroline Starfy podcast. Weird as in we are going through a global pandemic right now. And there is some news. Nothing unlike the medical front. There's no way in the world you would come to me for that. You can barely come to me here with a good live stream getting underway. But talking wedding news, this video is all about what engaged couples are doing during this global pandemic. A lot of us had some wedding plans. Of course, there's a wedding photographer, videographer. Gonna have some plans all landing right around now, the springtime. Things are gonna have to change. But the point of this video is to say that you are just not alone in this situation. We're all dealing with this literally together day by day as things change, as more lockdowns become even more prevalent from state to state to state or across the US. The fact that the wedding you had planned could be illegal, literally illegal, to have so many people in one place, do not have words. I think the word incredulous for, I can't believe that is kind of the word. I will ask Siri if I said incredulous okay later on. But what I want to talk to is right off my phone email, a great email I got from this great site, The Wedding Report, just recently did I guess, anecdotal evidence because they could only survey who they could survey in their network. But the survey came back with 3.5, 4 very key points that I think is important to share. Number one, based on couples, and even the vendors were involved in this too, 28% of couples are postponing to later in 2020. Most of these are coming from April, May, June weddings that were scheduled. So they're going to go later in the year. That could be an option. I'm going to bury the lead and jump straight to the end right here. 25 to 30% of weddings are going into 2021. That means we will probably lose 25 to 30% of weddings. Now, in the grand scheme of things, yes, weddings are important. They're the lifeline. They put food on the table. For me, for all photographers, videographers, they are what you've been waiting for your entire life. However, if it is avoidable to do it in 2020, that could be the best case scenario because we just simply do not know how this is going to continue to unfold. It is absolutely uncharted, unprecedented territory to be in this global pandemic. I jump ahead because that is probably going to be the biggest takeaway from all of this. But I jump ahead because that fact is very important when moving on to 22.5% are indeed moving to 2021. And these are from April to December. So with that being the case, 2021 is almost looking more realistic in a certain way. 6.5% are canceling altogether. Most of these coming from April and May, and 43% are just kind of got the date holding in place to wait and see what's going to happen. 20 out of 30% is an estimate that's going to move from 2020. And when you take out basically a swath of spring going into summer, almost July, yeah, that's 3 months, 4 months out of the year. So yeah, that's very likely that that high percentage would be moving out. The winter weddings generally are not that high, which I did a video or a podcast on talking about. Well, winter is a great time for a wedding. Unbeknownst to me, a month later, we'll be in a global pandemic where, winter might be a good time for your winter wedding if you wanted to move it away. Now, I say all this knowing that some will say there's so much important stuff going on in the world, and I absolutely agree with that. If you look at Spain, if you look at Italy and New York City, it is so horrific what COVID-19 has done to those areas. No one's diminishing that. I just talk wedding things here, generally on this channel and other photography things, and that is just what we're keying and focusing on right now. If anything, it's somewhat of a welcome distraction from all the bleakness that you can find on your news and TV, internet as well on internet news outlets. Whew, wow. It is just absolutely, as I said before, unprecedented time. But know that you're not alone. You have people who are also they were planning the dream wedding of their life. Destination weddings are too absolutely brutalized throughout this whole thing. I talked about that in the last live stream. This right here is just a report I want to share with everybody who might not have had access to it. It is a situation we're taking day by day, going through it. As I said before, hopefully your vendors will work with you and they understand if you can't have more than 10 people in a place where even that could be somewhat questionable. I mean, what can you do? It could literally be illegal. So moving and postponing, yeah, it's almost out of your hands at this point when you start saying, yeah, if it gets escalated, you could be arrested for having too many people in one place if they would even show up to begin with for the event, that being your wedding. So, wow, what a time. Also, stressed as I am, and believe it or not, in case you can't tell, I haven't been able to get this mane cut off or anything like that. The stress level's a little bit high right now, but at the same time, with what is going on, I've never felt so close to you, the community of wedding vendors, of community of wedding photographers, videographers, and people who are getting married, the friends, the family, the clients. I've never felt any closer to you. So we are here for you over at photo17.com. I've got a list of things that you can look at for a stress-free wedding. And could we not use that right about now? So that's something for you to check out over there at photo17.com. I am Jaeger from photo17.com. Thank you for hanging out with me for this very, very quick talk as the flies are coming in here right now. I'm going to get back to it, to doing some editing things, but all the info I just talked about is at photo17.com. Feel free to swing by and check that out. And thanks. I will touch base with you a little bit later on. All right. Now to end the stream without pressing a button. It's like I'm trying to fly an airplane, like just trying to land this thing properly. Oh boy. End.